Well, hello and happy Thursday. Welcome to the Magician with a Microphone podcast. My name is Chris Langle Magic, your host. And it's time to have a podcast now that my Arizona half sweet pink tea and half lemonade is open. No sponsorship whatsoever, by the way. Hope everybody had a good couple of weeks. I know it's been a minute since I've put up podcasts. I've been slacking lately, man. I've just been really far behind on things, and for good reasons, I can say. They are for good reasons, but for stressful reasons as well. A lot of things that have to do with shows and personal life and stuff. But hey, you know what? It's all right. We all make shit happen, and that's what I'm good at, is making shit happen. So, I don't think I did anything for Thanksgiving. Like I don't think I recorded a podcast after Thanksgiving. So let me talk about that really quick. I went to my aunt's house, had a glass of wine, went to sleep. There you go. That's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I took advantage of the fact that the kids are going to want to be. Oh, I don't think I mentioned that. Yeah, I got my kids back. I'll get into that in a little bit. But with the fact that the kids are back for, the holidays and everything like that, and probably permanently, I took advantage of the fact that my cousins and my aunts and my uncles are going to want to see them. So I dumped them with them. So, went, had a glass of wine, said hi to everybody, had like a bite to eat, and then went home and went to sleep. So, I mean, I was social. But, let me get into that really quickly. Just because I want to just clear the air right now and get everything out of the way. None of it was my fault. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm saying, like, it wasn't necessarily my doing to get the kids back. Their mother, unfortunately, is fucking stupid. That's the only way I can put it nicely. And, shit happened. Phone call was made. Next thing you know, they're on a plane. So, and you know what? I'm really happy, but very stressed at the same time. I will say that. And hey, you know what? It'll pay off in the end. The problem that I have with it, though, like I said, it wasn't necessarily, my doing or decision. And I'm going to be as vague as I possibly can about this without giving too many details away. But if you are a person who has children and you decide to choose a significant other over your kids, you're shit. Plain and simple. Your kids are in your life forever. Your significant other is not. You're shit. You are dirt on the ground. You are, to quote one of my favorite movies, you are somewhere between a cockroach and that white stuff that grows on the corner of your mouth when you're very thirsty. And that's basically what happened. And then shit unfolded with that, which made the situation even worse. And then shit hit the fan. And then, needless to say, I was not expecting to get my kids back when, anytime soon, which is why I booked myself so fucking solid for the winter. And now it's like I'm struggling to find a babysitter every other day because I've got too much shit to do, and unfortunately everybody else in my house works. So, yeah. And I will say this right off the bat, and somebody's probably going to call me like, a bad parent for it. I don't care. I put my career first before anything. I will put my opportunities and my career and my shows before anything else, and that includes family. Because if I don't have my career, which is my income, then I am useless and I have no money. If I have no money, I cannot support kids or family. If I can't support kids or family, that means I become a deadbeat. So, is it a 9-to-5 job? No. Have I worked very hard on what I do? Yes. Will I go on tour and figure out plans at home, probably while I'm on tour? Absolutely. Am I turning down and canceling gigs because I'm having a problem with sitting and stuff? No, I'm not. That's the whole thing. That's the biggest thing. I told the ex that I'm not canceling anything, and we have no choice but to make it work, which we've been making it work for the most part. So, that's all I'm going to get on this situation. They're safe. They're in good hands. They're being taken care of. And the ex is an asshole. Fucking stupid motherfucking asshole. Yeah, I can get a lot worse, but I'm not gonna. But I'm sure you can use your imagination. Wrestling talk. Let's start at where do I start? Do I start after Full Gear? Or do I start after Survivor Series? I think I'll start after Survivor Series. I think I went over Full Gear. Survivor Series was absolute fucking garbage. Vince has got to get off of his high horse about Raw being the number one brand, because it was 6-1 as far as SmackDown versus Raw wins. And the only win for SmackDown was Roman. SmackDown is the A show. SmackDown is the moneymaker. Raw has not been good since early 2007. And it will never get good again. I'm sorry to all of you WWE diehards, and I can't really say too much because at one point I was one. Raw will never be good again. Never. Never, never, never. Raw will never be what it was again. It has gone too far into the PG pit. Too many people have left. It's already got the reputation of, would you rather get released or go to Raw? And at this point, most people would rather get released, which I found out today Jeff Hardy got released, and I kind of think that's bullshit, but I understand at the same time. He's very, very close to retirement, and I have a feeling that he's going to AEW to win the tag team titles with Matt one more time, and then I think he's calling it. I think him and Matt are going to call it at the same time. But Raw, absolute trash. It has been trash for as long as I can remember. Raw has never been good. I used to watch Raw every single week for 5 years straight, and it got to the point where it became a chore. I was getting bummed that I'd have to watch Raw. But because I never missed an episode, because I was hoping that it'd get good, I would tune in. SmackDown, on the other hand, has gotten good. I mean, there have been stale parts, but SmackDown has always been the better show. It's always had the better wrestlers, always had the better matches, the better storylines, everything. And for some reason, Vince does not see it that way. Raw is his child, but his child grew up and moved out. You know? I don't know how else to put it. But Raw won with Survivor Series, which royally annoyed me. Sorry, I'm eating an egg roll right now. Let me see. I don't know exactly what matches there were offhand. I know what there was, the big matches, but I'm not sure exactly what was there offhand. Oh, let's start out with this for Survivor Series. How the hell are you going to, pay a tribute to The Rock for the entire night and have him not show up? What the fuck is that all about? Every other, cutscene was, a Rock memory, and I was thinking he was going to come out at the very end and, challenge Roman. Nope, didn't even show up. Didn't even, make an appearance. Not even virtually. What the fuck, dude? You're too busy making rap albums and movies that, everybody's seen. And that fucking egg. Don't get me started with that stupid egg. I was like, Jesus Christ, we got another gobbledygooker here. Yeah, it's bad when they're focusing around an egg. It was almost as cringeworthy as when they ran over Santa, when Mick Foley was Santa Claus one year on Raw, and they ran him over, like Del Rio ran him over, and the entire night they spent like avenging Santa Claus's name. That was probably the worst episode of Raw I had ever seen. That Raw made me embarrassed to be a wrestling fan. Now, I don't have to say that I'm embarrassed anymore because I have AEW, which I'll get to in a minute. But let's see. Let's go for the matches really quickly. The men's elimination match sucked. I did like Owens walking out, though. You could tell he's, like, visibly pissed off. This Austin Theory dude needs to go away. He's not, like... He's a good wrestler, but he takes selfies. That's his fucking gimmick. I don't get it. Like, okay. What do you do? Like, what do you show up and do? I don't understand. I got bored of Seth Rollins back when he was in the Shield. I have never been a fan of Seth Rollins. I don't like him. I don't like his wrestling style. I don't like his look. I don't like the fact that he's like a modern-day Shawn Michaels who's not Shawn Michaels, but can't figure out if he's Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart or fucking Seth Rollins. Like, I don't know. I feel like he could have been repackaged in such a great way. Like, the whole thing with him and The Fiend was absolute bullshit. I was never a fan of Seth Rollins. Who ended up being the last... Like, who ended up being the winner of the match? I don't remember off. I know it was a heel. No, it was Seth. Seth was the sole survivor. Yeah, fuck that. It was Seth and Finn. Was it Seth and Finn? I think it was Seth and Finn Balor. I could be wrong. Finn Balor is absolutely fantastic. He's one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen. Honestly, he could creep into my top 5. Let's see. The women's match was bullshit. Mainly, no. Let me rephrase that. The women's tag match was bullshit because we all know Liv Morgan is the most over fucking female wrestler on that roster right now, and they're going to continue to cock tease us and not do anything with her. All right? She should have been the sole survivor of that match. Have you not heard the crowd reactions when she comes out? But because she's not the right blonde, they're not going to do anything with her. I thought it was kind of bullshit that they eliminated Rhea Ripley about halfway through the match, but I can understand why. Bianca Belair winning the match was... I get it, but, like, still. I don't know. It was a blatant cock tease for the longest time with SmackDown, with that entire show. Becky and Charlotte could easily be match of the year. Could easily contend for match of the year. That was absolutely fucking fantastic. The storytelling was on point. The match itself, between the technical wrestling and the heel antics between the both of them, and the fact that I couldn't tell you who I was booing because Becky was doing heel shit and Charlotte was doing heel shit, and then Becky would do babyface shit, and you know that once Charlotte cries, she's going to win the match shit. But she didn't win. Becky won the fucking match. I was like, holy shit. That was, without question, the match of the weekend. Without question. That was the best match. One of the best women's matches I've seen in maybe 6 months. Holy fuck. The psychology and then the cheap, dirty roll-up pin at the very end. What the fuck? And the fact that they kayfabed that whole, like, oh, we hate each other, we used to be best friends, and now she's an asshole, and fuck her, and that was great. I'll tell you, man, that was all. I was watching that match going, what would Jim Cornette say about that? Because if Jim Cornette puts something over, you know you're doing something good, because he hates everything. The Battle Royal was good. I'm very happy Omos won. Apparently, they're pushing Omos like the next Andre. You know what? Good on him. I like Omos. I feel like if they were to keep him just the way he is right now, if they were to have Omos, like, keep him, turn him babyface, because they're teasing that right now. They're teasing Omos and AJ Styles like splitting. Turn them babyface, or turn Omos babyface. Have him completely destroy AJ Styles, because let's face it, I think AJ's... People are going to say that AJ's going to be retiring with the company. I don't see that happening. But AJ is good enough to where he can put Omos over and actually give him a run for his money. That's how fucking good AJ Styles is. AJ Styles is in my top 3 best wrestlers in the world right now, as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned right now, the best wrestlers on the planet, as of right now, in my opinion, Kenny Omega, AJ Styles, Johnny Gargano, who just left NXT. And I don't think he's coming back. And I will put... Because, I mean, Jericho's been getting stale lately. And that's coming from... He's my favorite wrestler of all time. Chris Jericho is my absolute... I think he's the greatest ever. Like you talk about Mount Rushmore, they should, like, carve Mount Rushmore out of Chris Jericho. I think he is absolute the closest to damn near perfection that you're ever going to get out of a wrestler. In his prime. Now, he's kind of got that Undertaker treatment, or that Undertaker syndrome, where he's stuck around long enough to where you're starting to realize, yeah, maybe he can't hang anymore. But, in Jericho's prime, he was able to put over anything. He was able to get you to boo him when it came to anything. He was able to get you to cheer him or anyone else at the snap of a finger. The dude got a clipboard over. The dude got a pen click to get cheered more than anyone else on the Raw roster. Think about that. He got a potted plant. Mitch the Potted Plant, there was a petition to put Mitch the Potted Plant in the fucking Hall of Fame. Jericho, anything that Jericho touches turns to solid platinum. I would even say diamond. Anything he touches, straight to the fucking top. But lately, he's been showing his age and he's been showing his inconsistency. Now, here's what I think he should do. Retire from in-ring wrestling. Have somebody beat him. Maybe have the Inner Circle turn on him. Have Hager. No. You know what? Have him turn on the Inner Circle. Have Sammy Guevara retire him. He brought in Sammy Guevara. Guevara can take him out. Have him, make it like a, if I lose this match, I'll retire from in-ring competition. Make him a manager, kind of like what Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson are doing, Make him a mentor. Even if you don't have to turn him heel. Even if you just decide, you know what, guys, it's been such a great run. I'm going to step out of the ring. I'm going to become, I'm going to become the mind. Chris Jericho could easily become the next Bobby Heenan as a manager. Absolutely, he could do that. Jericho has the knowledge. He has the he's got the knowledge of in-ring technicality. He's got the knowledge of moves. He's got the knowledge of how, in-ring psychology. And I can guarantee you, if Jericho ever decided to step out of in-ring competition and become a manager, every single person he touches will become a world champion. And I'm willing to bet on that. Jericho could easily be the next Bobby the Brainy Heenan without any sort of hesitance. He is that good. And he can still cut a promo. So not only could he put his guys over, but he can fucking, show them how to get over and then show them how to win match. Dude, he could easily go down as one of the greatest managers of all time. Heel or babyface, doesn't matter. And then you know what I would do? I would have him. I would put different wrestlers with him, not the Inner Circle, but I would say Sammy Guevara, Jungle Boy, because we know how I feel about Jungle Boy. I would even put some girls with him, man. I would say if he were to, Chris Statlander, who was my wrestling crush right now, if you put her with Jericho when he was her manager, maybe, let's see. Oh, man, this is a tough one. So, because right now, I'm in my head, I'm putting together a faction for him. And you could literally the whole thing could be he is now the teacher. His students are his school. You can call his students the Walls of Jericho because they keep him up, or because he builds them. All right, yeah. So let me see. All right, Sammy Guevara, Jungle Boy. Chris Statlander, probably Orange Cassidy. Because why not? You gotta have those two together. They're cute together. I know who I'm thinking of, and I can't think of her name. She's the one who wears blue all the time. Ivy Blue. Angel Blue. I don't know. You know who I'm talking about. Her, and I would say... I'd have to think about that. But you get where I'm coming from. Let me try this soup really quick. Wow, hot and sour soup is not bad. Okay, that's got a different taste to it. So, all right. Anyway, back to Survivor. What the hell? How did I get into AEW from Survivor Series? RK Bro was great. I love them. Randy Orton, also one of my favorites of all time. I think him and Riddle are just fantastic. I think Randy Orton needs to go into the Hall of Fame ASAP. The fact that he's a tag team champion right now is awesome. Let's see, what other matches were there? What other matches were there? I'm trying to think. The main event. Yeah, Roman and Big E. Also, another great match. I think Big E should have won, but hey, that's just me. If they were really going to continue that, and that's the thing. That's the one thing that made me think that maybe Big E had a chance to beat Roman Reigns, was the fact that Raw had that streak going. They were undefeated until that match. Roman, I love Roman as a heel, dude. I fucking love him as a heel. What I don't like are the Usos coming in and fucking everything up every chance that they get. Because what it does is it actually proves the point of, people were saying for years, oh, Roman can't wrestle, Roman can't wrestle. When he was a babyface, they were saying that. Now, there's nothing that says that he can't wrestle. Because he's got his cousins coming in and winning the matches for him. Or getting shit disqualified. Or assisting him. And I understand, I know it's a heel move. I'm like, I get it. Gotta remember, I know how the wrestling world works. But it's one thing to say, hey, let's have Roman get disqualified and let's have, the Usos come out and help Roman win. It's another thing to have Roman completely, just go fucking full ape shit on someone and say, yeah, you know what, guys? Stay in the back. I'm going to kill this motherfucker. I don't think the Usos came out at SummerSlam, though, when Roman faced Cena. But that was a great example of, dude, Roman is that fucking good. Let him, take on these guys by himself and completely fucking shred them apart and then have the Usos come out afterwards and just beat the shit out of everyone. Dude, Roman's winning streak right now is impressive, but, it's tainted. If Rock comes back, I don't think that the Usos are going to get involved. As a matter of fact, I think if The Rock comes back, he's going to talk sense into the Usos and probably have the Usos turn on Roman, last minute, and have the Usos in the corner of The Rock and Paul Heyman in the corner of Roman. But at the same time, Brock Lesnar could also win the title at day one. Also, this new babyface Brock Lesnar, where the fuck has this been for the last 8 years, dude? Guys, Brock Lesnar, back now, I know that, the 4 people that listen to this, you probably don't remember Brock Lesnar back in the Ruthless Aggression era when he just graduated from OVW, but go and check out when he was in that feud with Eddie Guerrero. Go and check out when he threw Zach Gowen down a set of stairs. Go and check out when he fucking decimated Paul Heyman in a steel cage. Lesnar knows how to talk, and I don't understand why he doesn't like to. Lesnar is fucking gold on the microphone. It's to the point where I don't even mind that his voice is all high-pitched and doesn't sound like a legitimate badass monster, you know what I mean? But I think that sort of ruined Lesnar over the years with the fact that he just, shows up, gets the win, and leaves. I like this Brock Lesnar. I like this Lesnar where he shows up, like the whole thing with Sami Zayn, dude. He comes in joking around with Sami Zayn, and it puts the fear of God into him. And basically, he's like a friendly, I'm going to be your friend, but I'm going to kill you at the same time type thing. That is absolutely fucking gold. How do you not do something with that? Why is it that Brock Lesnar has not been a babyface champion? Why? I thought they were going to have Brock Lesnar win the title when he was feuding against Seth Rollins. But at the same time, Heyman was doing all of his talking. But at the same time, Heyman's also a damn good babyface. But shit, man. Brock Lesnar as a babyface champ? It'll bring back Ruthless Aggression vibes easily, man. Damn. Here's how I would do it. If Rock does not come back, and if he didn't come back at Survivor Series, I don't think there's enough time to build him up for WrestleMania. But there is a possibility. If The Rock does not come back at WrestleMania or for WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar should win the title at day one. Or maybe, no, I take that back. Brock Lesnar should win by disqualification at day one and not win the title. Brock should go on a complete path of fucking destruction through the bloodline. Ultimately ending with not Roman, but Paul Heyman. The whole storyline could be, Paul, you turned your back on me, you conniving, sinister bastard. What the fuck are you doing teaming up with this guy? You know, like, shit. You were supposed to be on my side. You were on my side. You didn't tell them about SummerSlam. You didn't tell them about the contract signings. You didn't tell them that you were working with me, and now all of a sudden you turn my back. And I'm going to go through everyone I can to get to you. Of course, the Usos are going to come in. Nope, you got to go through us. Week by week, Lesnar just fucking decimates them. Even if he's got to compete in a match on Raw against the Usos 2-on-1 and squash the fuck out of them. Which he can do. Then, Royal Rumble. He wins the Royal Rumble. That would be something, all right? Have Brock win the Royal Rumble. The second that he throws that last person over the top rope, takes the microphone and says, Roman, I'm coming for the Universal title, and Paul, you better be there because you're going to watch me single-handedly peel that title off of Roman's shoulders, and you are going to join me once again. And then, come Elimination Chamber, I think Brock should come in, no, because Roman would not be competing in the Elimination Chamber. That would probably be for the WWE title, which, by the way, the WWE title, keep it on Big E until at least WrestleMania. And I think that his opponent should be either Baron Corbin or oh shit, I don't know. Baron Corbin. I'm gonna keep it at Baron Corbin. There's a way you could push him for the oh no, Miz. Fuck that, Miz. But now, how would that work? I'll figure that out. Back to Roman. Take all this time, have Lesnar completely dominate the Usos. Roman wins the Elimination Chamber. You know, defends his title in the Elimination Chamber. Brock comes out and completely destroys Roman. I mean, we're talking like he goes in there while the chamber's still down, destroys Roman, throws him through the wall of the Elimination Chamber, figure maybe like through the pot or something like that, just completely disintegrates him. I mean, we're talking like Thanos, snap your fingers, you're getting pixelated. I want to see that. Have the contract signing for the next night on Raw, or I'm sorry, the next like week on SmackDown. No holds barred, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman in Roman's corner. And then there you go. You know, have Lesnar like kayfabe injure the Usos to the point where they miss out on Mania. Now Roman's got no backup. And then see where it goes from there. That's what I would do. But yeah, Survivor Series, probably like a 3.6 out of 10. That's what I would give it. So, wow, I talked about wrestling a lot tonight, huh? Holy shit. All right, really quick, let me just say this. I'm available for magic shows. I'm very busy throughout this the end of this year. But I am booking a tour for next year, next winter. So keep up with me, Chris Langle Magic on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and I'm actually getting my website rebuilt, so it'll be chrislanglemagic.com. Find out when all the tour dates are. That'll be fun. I'm excited for it. It's basically the Let's Make Up for 2020 tour. So, yeah, make sure to follow me on all platforms, Chris Langle Magic. And guys, I hope you have a good rest of your night. I am going to go and fly my drone again. I'll talk to you later.